The Village Pointe Farmers Market is full of what you might expect, but they'll also hit you with a few surprises. Our last visit included a local beekeeper who makes infused honeys and butters. This week, something that would pair nicely from Stick and Stone Brick Oven Bakery, Sarah Bryan, and then market manager Katrina Wolf joins. Well, you've been here throughout the season, but it's great to have you back today.
Thank you.
And nice to meet you. I can't wait to learn more about your business, a very unique business, not just in our area, but across the country. Let's talk first about what's in season.
Okay.
What's popping now?
Yes, well, it's really a peak season right now. We've got all the good summer stuff. We have tomatoes and zucchini and carrots and all of the good stuff that people shop for.
All right, you said zucchini.
I said zucchini.
Yep, and I've got a couple, well, like one here that's the size of my leg. Do you have any recipes available? Because for me, with something like this, I just like to dice it up, throw it in a skillet with a little bit of olive oil, some garlic, some herbs, with a little pasta.
Way.
How do you like to prepare yours?
Well, that's a good way to do it. You can also grill it. You can use a big zucchini like this for breads. We have a really good recipe on our Facebook page today for zucchini butter, which is a really good thing to do with giant zucchini like that.
So what do you
mix
explain?
it in. You dice it up and mix it in with butter, and then you spread it on bread, just like kind of like a zucchini bruschetta. It's delicious.
I see what you're saying. And then apples too, because I mentioned before the break, we did have some hail last year. It's hard to imagine that we'd see the effects of it a year later in terms of the crop, are we?
Well, that was a really devastating storm last year, but we are lucky to have Crazy Woman Orchard back at our market this year. They're already bringing apples. They were here last week and are going to be here for the rest of the season.
That's good to hear, because that's one of the, you can't control the weather. You just, you know, so what do you do about it? So you cross your fingers, you hope for the best, and thankfully the best is what we ended up with. You are excited to welcome this vendor this year. Why did you want to have bread at the market?
Oh, it just adds that extra layer. This bakery in particular really was highly recommended from some of our farmers, and they have done so well, and our customers just love them.
Let's get to know you a little bit, Sarah. Where are you?
We're in Fort Calhoun.
Yep. What is your specialty?
Our specialty is naturally leavened and fermented traditional breads. So you're not going to go to our booth and get the kind of bread you get from the grocery store shelf, where it's soft crust, soft inside. We have tender inside but good firm crust, artisan type bread.
What did you bring in here in this basket? A lot. A lot for starters. But yeah, let us know about some of these things, some of the customer favorites maybe that our viewers who are new to you would want to pick up.
Yep, and this is actually what's on our menu for this week. So we have some baguettes that we made yesterday in our basket. We have the raisin and walnut, which has been a really popular one. Everyone loves the fruity breads. Up here is our French sourdough, and then our Nebraska 9-grain.
So people can come and ask you questions. That's one of my favorite parts as a customer of the market. As a vendor, what do you enjoy? The dialogue part of the day.
Yeah, I love that our customers are not customers. They really become part of our community, our friends and family. So everybody who buys from us, they stick with us, they keep buying from us, and we just get to know them throughout the year.
What makes you unique, not just in the Omaha area, but across the country?
Well, not just the naturally leavened and fermented technique that we use for our breads, but the fact that we bake in a wood-fired brick oven. And so those two things combined, there's only about 6 or 7 bakeries in the whole country that do this, where it's much more common in Europe.
It's a unique dream, I'd say, to start a bakery in 2000, whatever, I don't know when you started.
2013.
In this day and age, it's not something where people say, man, this would be great. Some of those old world techniques and the technology, even like it's better if it's older. So what was it that you said, I want to bring this to Fort Calhoun?
Well, it was a life journey. My husband actually has a master's degree in music, and his world took a turn. I said, well, you've always loved baking. Why don't you go back to school and go to the culinary arts school here, get your degree. He had the opportunity to go to France then through that program and learned about how they bake over there, and said, we need to bring this to Omaha.
And then
he, a month later, there was the Blue Sky Fund through Metro and won seed money to build his brick oven.
How cool.
So it took us a year and a half. We're not builders. But we did a lot of research, a lot of visiting, and we were able to build this oven, and we've been just overwhelmed by the support of customers that are now friends.
It's such a neat story, and to be able to try some of the products and to do it at the market, to be able to meet the people who are making the bread, who are passionate about it. I think that's something else that we enjoy about connecting. Not just, you know, there are certain things, of course, you're going to the grocery store for, but to be able to go and to connect with the people who love what they do. There's something special about that too. So the market is coming up, only 6 weeks left. So Saturdays is the day to shop and to meet Sarah and all of the other vendors who are going to be there. Where is your booth located, Sarah, for shopping?
We're the second to last west end. So we're right next to Daniel's Produce. You can't miss them. They've got a big truck.
Yeah.
We're right next to them.
You're next to them. And Katrina, for our viewers who want to connect more with the market, maybe check into getting a farmer book, ask about registering for those. Where do we find you in your booth?
Right in the corner, so right between the 2 rows. So stop by, ask questions about where to find things.
And what's a farmer buck?
A farmer buck is like a $1 you can spend at the market. It is something you can register for each week. We have a drawing each week and give away farmer bucks.
It's like money. That's my Yogi Berra moment, right? Farmer bucks, just like money. But that's how they spend, and you can spend with Sarah or any of the vendors there. Thank you for coming in and sharing your story today. Really cool. And Katrina, great to see you.
Thank you.
Hopefully tomorrow is dry and pleasant and wonderful at Village Pointe.